Hello, guys. Just waiting for some of you to come on. Hopefully, you can hear me. It's Thursday night. Hey, Sharon. Hey, guys. Welcome. Hi, JKS 1111 Tarot. My favorite girl. She used to give me readings back in the day. Highly recommend her. Check her out. Check her channel out. Talia. No, you're not going to sleep, honey. You're going to be watching me. Martina, Glow. Hey, saludos. Hola. Bienvenidos a todos. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. And just said thank you for being here in Spanish. Welcome. Hi, Lativia. Hi, Freckle Face. Hi, Miles. Monica. All my rays of light are here. I'm happy. I am happy. We're good. Everything is good. Sharon's like, let me put you on my TV. I love it. Got my coffee. This is my mug. I'm having my afternoon coffee because I'm that weirdo that has coffee. Um, yes, I'm gonna be having an event on March 28th. I think it's a Friday. I'm gonna be doing a gallery reading in Houston, which thank you, Glow. That reminds me I need to do a flyer for that. And then I'm gonna be the reader at Indigo Moons on the 29th. And then I'm going on a vacation. A much needed vacation for a few days. I just need it. Hey guys. Aw, just JKS 1111 Tarot. You're precious to me. Anthea. Hey. Julia. Hi, Alexis. Glitz Glamour. Yes. So yesterday I did something for myself. I haven't done this in months. I got myself a dermaplane and a jelly mask. Not that it's going to make me even more beautiful. So I did that, and then I got my lashes. I got a lash lift. You can't see them, but I can't wash my face either, so it sucks. No, Mercury's not in retrograde that I know of. Actually, Mars came out of retrograde. So those of you that have been feeling stuck or been feeling for the past couple of months, stuck or just not motivated or feeling like frozen, not being able to do things, you might have noticed a shift. And I believe it went direct on Monday. I could be wrong on the exact date, but it went direct. So what that means is that now we're being pushed forward to do what we need to do. We're being pushed forward to, you know, get things done, clear out energy, and work on ourselves. Um, yeah. So I've been a lot driven. I have lasagna cooking in the oven. I know at this hour it's 8:37 p.m. I'm not eating it. Don't worry. It's meal prepping. I put Windex on my on my window, like on my mirrors, and clean them. I hadn't cleaned them. You don't want to have filthy mirrors either. It's just I feel like dust and just like anything that is like a cover on your mirrors, it attracts negative energy, almost like you can't see yourself in the right light. And then let's see, I went and got some things that I need, like yogurt, granola, that kind of thing. And yeah, so I've been very motivated. I did my laundry, washed my sheets at TMI, but um, it's good to also do that weekly if you can. Sometimes it's for me, it's like every 3 weeks. I know that sounds horrible, but it is what it is. When you're busy all the time, people think like I watch TV. People always ask me, what's the latest show you're watching? Like, girl, I don't watch TV. I don't have time. I'm paying for Netflix and I shouldn't even be paying for it. But I mean, sometimes I do early in the morning before I get ready for work, but most of the time I don't. I am going to be doing some readings here for you guys in a minute. I'm just kind of kicking, kind of gossiping a little bit with my family, my spiritual family, you guys. So how's everybody doing? I know they went up on those hoes went up. Sorry, I better not cuss on here before I get demonetized or I get um sorry that slipped out. That slipped out. I have to catch myself. See, that's the hood Ray, the one that cusses. But you know what I mean, right? I'm gonna keep it proper. Um, Hola, amigo. Yeah, so they've gone up, everything's going up. Chickens ought to be wearing Louis Vuitton right now because the eggs are expensive as hell. When I went to the grocery store, an 18 count of the brown eggs, because that's the kind of eggs that I buy. I don't like the white eggs. There's nothing wrong with the white eggs for me. I just like the brown ones that are pasteurized or that I guess like they're not full with a lot of hormones and chemicals. Um, and a dozen is like the last time I bought them, it was like $12. That's a lot of money for eggs. Sure. See, I had to contain the hood because the hood was about to come out. Believe it or not, I live in the hood. So, yeah. When I have had visitors come over, they're like, "Your neighborhood looks sketch." I was like, "Girl, I grew up in the hood." A lot of people don't know that. I grew up in this place called Under the Hill next to the projects. So, yeah, I'm all about that that lifestyle. I'm not, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not about that lifestyle, but I do know a lot about it. Like I grew up in it. You know, it was like where you go down the street at in the middle of the night to go to the grocery store and you had to roll your windows up because in the corner there was prostitutes and then there was drug dealers. So, yeah, and there were shots and there was gangs. Um, yeah, believe it or not. Ray, that day we discussed is coming up. My sister purchased me a big bag of granola. Girl, yes. Hey, Viviana. Aw, thank you. So I grew up in what I call in the Mexican culture the barrio. So if you know what the barrio are, if you're from like California or you're from places that, there's predominant Latino communities and you'll understand what the barrio is. That's where I grew up in. So what is everybody up to? Tomorrow I'm going to be working and then I'm going to the rodeo. We have a rodeo here in Texas. Yes, that's a thing around this time of the year. It's a place that if I'm going to explain it for those of you that may not know what a rodeo is. It's not just a bunch of cowboys like you see on TV, roping, calves or whatever, or like horses. It's not that. Oh, thank you. That's the dermaplane. I forgot though to put cream on my face. So I do that, and I can't wash my face because of my eyelashes. So there you are. So we have one in Houston. It's called the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and then we have one in Victoria, where I'm from, which is the Victoria Livestock Show and Rodeo. Because I live in the Bible Belt. I live in the South. I live in the country. This is a country town. So, anyways, we have it at this community center, and then to the left of it is a carnival, which is I think it ends tomorrow. So it's interesting. I think that's more for the kids. They can go to the carnival and do rides. I mean, I wanted to go, but I'm not, I've done that. I've been there and done that, you know. It's really pretty though. They have funnel cakes and games and stuff like that. So it's really nice. So we're going into the livestock show rodeo. They're going to be having, I think, showings like of the animals, and I don't know how that all works, but it's been many years since I've been to one. And then we're going to check out the food trucks and get our grub on. And then we're going to the beer garden. So I will have a beer. I don't really drink beer, but I don't mind a Dos Equis or a Modelo. Well, heck, I don't mind beer in general, but I don't really drink it. But when I'm like a social drinker, so when I go out, I will drink. Somebody's saying, Mary, okay, I'm currently taking anatomy 2 class. I'm cramming my for my exam tomorrow. Stressful. Yep, I've been there. Yeah, it's really fun at the rodeo. I haven't been there. I like the chili cook-offs and the beans, like the barbecue, like when they do cook-offs and stuff. That's really fun. Taste testing, stuff like that. So, Hi, Christina Matthews. Yes, when I get to doing readings, that comes up. You notice my ghost in the back. I decided to change it up. It used to be, I used to have a pumpkin for fall. So for every season, everything, I have one. I have the one here in the back where I sit sometimes to do my readings, which is a psychic one, but I felt like it was appropriate to do the ghost. Oh, look at my nails. Get into it. It's a blue cat eye. Oop. So everybody was like, Ray, your nails are so, they're popping. But you can't see the justice, but yes. Since I talk to the dead, I talk to spirits. We got them in the background. So I want to talk about. Thank you. I want to talk about some like spooky story time, some things that have happened to me lately. So a lot of people don't know this about me. I really don't talk about it a lot, but ever since I was a child, I've always known I can fight demons. I know it sounds scary, but I'm not scared. And I've had dreams usually where I'm fighting them or casting them out. Well, predominantly because I grew up Catholic and then it was later baptized in an all black Baptist church and went to that church for 12 years. I really don't identify in one religion or the other, but I take pieces, kind of like when you talk about hoodoo, you talk about taking pieces of religion from different cultures. And that's kind of like your spiritual beliefs are based around that. Um, but I've always had these wicked dreams, these dark dreams where I'm fighting things, and usually I'm fighting other people's battles, like getting it out of people, doing things like that. I don't advertise myself as an exorcist, and I don't want to deal with that kind of world. But it is something that I have always. It's a part of me, and can't deny it. Well, here recently, I was having a lot of these dreams, but I felt like they came from a spiritual attack that was placed upon me, brujeria or whatever you want to call it, black magic, a hex, a curse. So usually when I have dreams like this, it's like somebody's doing shit to me, and I kind of know it, and I kind of stop it right away. And there's things that I won't discuss because you can't tell your enemies everything that you're doing when you're doing magic, but they fucked with the wrong witch, and that's all I can tell you. So, there's some things that I do to cleanse myself to break those hexes and stuff that were very powerful. But, leading up to this, there was a lot of signs and stuff of things that were happening. So, about 2 weeks ago, I was coming from a friend's house, and I stopped at a Speedy Stop gas station, um, and got out of my car. I was gonna put some gas in my car, and there was this large black, um, Doberman or, Rottweiler. I think it was a Rottweiler. I'm not good with the breeds of dogs, but it was standing there, at the pump. I thought it belonged to maybe the people on the other side of the pump that had, their truck, but this dog just stared at me, and I was not really afraid because it was so calm, but it would not take its eye off of me, and I found that weird. So I went and put the gas in my car, and I was putting the pump back, the handle back on the gas station pump thing, and, I was like, "For sure, this dog is probably already gone," right? But the thing is sometimes as mediums, we can see spirits, and we think that well, I thought, what if this is not real and it's actually a spirit, you know? And I know that that sounds crazy because you're like, well, Ray, you've been doing this for years as a medium. You should be able to know the difference between a spirit and a human, or an actual dog and versus a spirit animal. But I can guarantee you, this was not a spirit animal at all. It was a real dog. Um, but I could be wrong, right? And so as I was walking back through the back side of my car, back to the driver's side to get in my car. This dog was still staring at me. I kid you not. It was looking at me. Now, for those of you that are listening to this, you probably know or you've heard of like hellhounds or the demon dogs. In different cultures, different folklore, they appear, and they're usually not a good sign. When they appear, it's usually an omen of death that somebody is going to die. I'm explaining this to all of my listeners that are tuning in because a lot of people really don't know, and those of you that will be looking at this later on will will be hearing this story, and it's something to be terrified of. But I found it very weird, and that was the beginning of like kind of noticing some weird patterns, and then these dreams that were darker in nature, and um, and then I found out 2 days later that my aunt from my dad's side had passed away. And again, my family is so dysfunctional. And I'm not trying to talk bad about them, but we're not close. And no one told me. I found out because I have Google alerts on my name if I make it to an article or a social media where people have written about me, because I am on, not that I'm think I'm good, I'm like better than anybody else or anything, or I'm full of ego, but I have had articles and stuff written about me that are published in magazines and whatnot. So I found out my name was on there because my dad had my name. He passed away in 2011, and I look at it and I found out about my aunt. And it's surprising when you have dysfunctional family and like they don't care to tell you or even invite you to the funeral. I could have gone to the funeral. It was like at 12:30. I chose not to go because I felt like if you're not including me as part of the family, why even go? And it's just shitty. My family has never been there for me. In fact, my family is you guys and my soul family connection. But I always consider myself like an orphan, not trying to have sympathy here with the story or to derail from it, but it's I've always felt like I don't belong, and always felt like the black sheep, my family, but it is what it is, right? So then there was a series of things happening where I kept hearing like sounds, things kept dropping out of my hand, um, other little things that I've noticed, and I knew that I had been, cursed, hex, whatever you want to call it. So, I did some things, like I said, and things are a lot better. I'm pretty sure the person or persons that did what they did or sent energy my way will be receiving that um, back, because I don't play. One of the things is like people are like, oh, you can be love and light. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry, but if you are gonna cross a witch, you better be prepared for the consequences. And it is what it is. Like I said, I don't do dark, but I can go dark if I need to. And sometimes you have to. You have to defend yourself, and it's all about protection. So tread with caution. That's all I got to say. Um, I'm very big about people, witches, other fellow witches and stuff, trying to hurt other people, especially my family, my soul family. I have, people that I consider like close sisters, like people that in the spiritual community that are very close to me that are also being targeted. And we are like a little coven, so to speak. We're very close knit. And lately there's been conversations, um, that things are being, experienced by other people in the circle of friends that we have. So yeah, that's how you also know it's kind of confirmation, some of the things that were happening to me was happening to my friend Misty. And yeah, so there's a lot of things that you can do to stop this. One of the things that I shared recently, if you follow me on Patreon, if you don't get on Patreon, because I'm about to be sharing a lot of hoodoo tips, witch tips, things that I won't share on here because that I feel like is for my community. But I am going to share this tip that I did share on TikTok. So if you've been cursed, and I'm going to get to the readings, just be patient. Um, but I want to talk about this. This is part of like what I teach. And hey, Loretta, thank you for joining. Um, so if you've been hexed or cursed, there are some ways to stop this. In hoodoo, there's an herb called lemongrass, and lemongrass is used to attract good luck. It's also used to bless, but it also is used to remove evil, exorcise evil, get rid of evil, etc. So it was funny how we're led by the Spirit. We always say we were led by Spirit, not the Holy Spirit, but Spirit in general, my spirit guides to be more precise. And the other day I was at the grocery store and I got this thing called Chai Diaries. Now, if you live in Texas, you'll know that this store is called HEB. Some people in other cities call it Heb, but it's HEB. And this is the chamomile mint. And so it has lemongrass, chamomile, and peppermint. But the active ingredient in this is the lemongrass. And so what you will do, let me show you. So you get a tea bag, right? You're going to put it in a cup of water, boiling water, let it steep. And you're going to do this every morning for 7 days before you start anything, before you ingest anything, eat anything, take any meds. You're going to do this. Again, if you're allergic to lemongrass, I don't recommend you using it or any of those herbs. You don't have to use this. You can use your own lemongrass tea if you find it. I stumbled across it, and I will tell you, this is one of the things that I did to kind of break whatever work was being sent to me. And I will tell you that I drink it in the morning, and then I do some meditations before I get my day started. So I wake up like around 5 o'clock, but sometimes it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't sleep a lot. I'm insomniac. Like, I don't sleep. So um I've been doing that for the last couple of days. Let me tell you, I'm on day 4 of this, and I feel phenomenal. I feel better. I feel like a lot of that blockages are gone. Another symptom of you being hexed or witchcraft is being done to you, which I experienced this. And I know it sounds weird. A lot of you are going to probably be like, oh, okay. So, have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and you get up to go pee or do something, right? Get a glass of water, and you feel like your feet are anchored or very heavy to walk, like they hurt, like you're anchored, like they're heavy, kind of like you're dragging weights. I don't know if anybody here can confirm that, that they've had that. I've had that. And that's how I know that shit's being done to me. Your body is going to speak to you. You're going to feel it in many ways, whether it's a physical symptom. Let's say you're very healthy, which I am, even though I have diabetes. I have been checked out. All my stats are good. Everything's good. If you can rule out the medical, then you know it's spiritual. And yeah, I just feel like a lot of people don't really realize that a lot of their symptoms, they think it's arthritis or it's something. Some of these things can be obviously health related, but some of these things can actually be spiritual attacks. And when you get neck pains, yet that was on the list, headaches, stabbing pains that you normally don't get, but they go away. That's not neuropathy, because I know people are like, "Well, you're diabetic, you're going to have stab." No. So, I get a lot of spiritual attacks from people that don't like me, which is fine. Or people that just don't, they may not have it. It's not like a personal vendetta. People sometimes will look at your page, or they will hear about you, or you have enemies that you've created um in this kind of world of, spiritual world. You will have people that you meet along the way that you fall out with or you don't talk about, friends that you break up with, exes that you break up with, and it's just like you don't have to they don't have to be doing anything with a voodoo doll or doing anything. When you say that person, like F that person and blah blah blah, or you look at a person a certain way, that's a form of psychic attack, a spiritual attack to that person. Our words are spells. What we say, the things that we talk ugly about other people, those things are spells, and they affect our body, our physical body, in so many ways. But for me, it wasn't just physical; it was in the spiritual. At night, when you're most vulnerable, is when a lot of these attacks are being carried out, unbeknownst to you or to others. When you're asleep, your soul is leaving your body temporarily, going to the astral, etc. And so you're more vulnerable and susceptible to spiritual attacks. This is why a lot of witches that do that work in the dark do these things after the witch or during the witching hour or during the nighttime, during the hours of 1 to 5. Again, it doesn't have to be done at that specific time, but a lot of them do operate out of darkness, right? Um, but yeah, there's so many ways to protect yourself. I do teach spiritual courses, so for any of you that are wanting to know how to develop your psychic gifts, how to protect yourself spiritually, I offer a course level 1. It's a 4-week course. I spoke about this a couple months ago last year. And I still am accepting students for March. And teach a level 2 to develop your mediumship gifts. And I teach all about hauntings, the demonic, how to protect yourself from the demonic, etc. Um, and then also I teach a level 3, which is developing your spiritual abilities. And then I teach a tarot course. All of these are 4 weeks long. If you're interested, go to my website, www.raymondguzman.net, and go to the events and classes section, and you can get more information. If you're interested, just send me an email, and I'll give you more details on how to arrange that and start. And it's a one-on-one, so it's not like you're in a classroom on Zoom with a lot of people. It's one-on-one, and I am mentoring you and helping you develop your gifts. So, yeah, sleep paralysis. That was one of the things that actually Martina Kay said that is a sign of a spiritual attack. And that was one of the things that my friend Misty was going through. And that's something that I was going through. And so when we started comparing notes, we kind of knew like there were some things going on, right? So you just have to amp up your spiritual protection. So I tell people, if you're very connected to spirit, if you are an empath, you're a healer, you are a shaman, you are a witch, you are prone to spiritual attacks. If you're just an ordinary person, you don't identify or don't label yourself anything, you will be prone to spiritual attacks. So protect yourself. Um, I also underwent a course with Shannon, who's out of Houston. Shannon Og and Jessica, I love them. And so I got recertified as an ordained minister. I was already certified through the state of Texas and then also through the Universal Life Church. So I got that, and I got my certification as a spiritual healer and also as an earth stewardess. So yeah, I have those coming soon. I highly recommend them if you want to get certified. But I recently did that as well, and I've just been very busy behind the scenes trying to do readings. Or some of you that have purchased readings, I know I'm going to get to you. I have not forgotten about you. And then there's some of you that are on the fence right now. I do have a sale on my readings, so if you want to purchase one, I get insight for the year. You can do that. Um, so we're gonna do a reading as a collective, meaning for the whole, about like what's going on right now with this new moon that's in Pisces. So we're gonna do that. Oh, thanks, guys. Everybody was like, congratulations. The one thing I will say, going back to about demons and dreams where you're fighting them, do not have the spirit of fear. Do not fear at all. I know that's easier said than than done, because you get scared. Nobody wants that. But I fully believe in God. I've always said this. I do believe in God. I know people are like, well, how can you believe in God if you're spiritual and you're not religious? Because God is love. God is everywhere. God is, I believe in Jesus. I believe in the Holy Mary. I believe in the resurrection. There's still things that are from religion, like I said, that I still believe in. Because I died when I was 32 and had a heart attack and I came back, I had I had some experiences that I can't refute and say that it's not real. I went to heaven and saw heaven, and I also went to hell and I saw hell. What our version of hell would be, right? So they're very real places that I was shown. I also have seen the Blessed Mother. She appeared to me twice. In the Latin culture, La Virgen de Guadalupe, or the Guadalupe Virgin Mary. That's the version that I saw. Um, a few months after my near-death experience, and I've written about this and spoken about it. It is in my book, Starseed Footsteps, which is available on Amazon if you are interested. I wrote that in 2018, and I recount my experiences of seeing these things. So I will say again, do not be fearful of the demonic, but also do not challenge it. Banishing it, your dreams, and fighting it by invoking God or saying the Lord's Prayer or casting it out, like, saying, I cast you out, unclean spirit or whatever, however you're fighting it is one thing. But do not in your waking state call upon it or try to fight it verbally, getting nasty. A lot of people like to do that. Sometimes it will aggravate a situation. Then I had a situation later on during one of the weekends that I was working at a spiritual shop, and somebody came in and they were being attacked by this. So it was another sign that eventually I'm going to have to step into this a little bit more and maybe get trained on how, a little bit more, because I always feel like if you're a psychic or you're a healer or a demonologist or whatever, you need to be able to still learn from others. I don't know everything. And I will sit here and tell you, I don't know everything that there is, and no one knows everything. We are constantly learning. I feel like when we get to the point where we can't learn anymore, we feel like we are invincible or better than other people, then your gift is you're basically, there's no spiritual growth for you from that point forward. So I do have people that I look up to. There's people, one of my mentors, and I always talk about it publicly, was Michelle White Dove. She believed in me, and her manager, Shantae. I love her. Shantae's still living. Michelle passed away, unfortunately, about 2 years ago, and she was my mentor. I looked up to her. She was on a Lifetime, America's Greatest Psychic Challenge, and she believed in me. And we had personal conversations. She was there for me all the time when I needed her. And so, I know that she's watching over me and over a lot of her, her clients and people. But yeah, just don't be afraid of that stuff, but also don't think that you're invincible, because we are talking about something that is in the spiritual and we're in the physical. So when you talk about, these paranormal shows and they're provoking spirits, and taunting them, but in a derogatory manner or in like a very, like confrontational manner. Expect to get your ass whipped. You're gonna get something. Something's gonna happen to you, because again, even though yes, we're spiritual beings, we're not equipped to necessarily challenge these things. We can fight them, and there's tools that we can use, but again, if you're not prepared for that, I wouldn't do it. Because I grew up with this, dealing with this all the time, and fighting demons in my sleep. I'm not afraid. I don't just see spirits that walk in God's white light. I see demons too. I see both worlds, the dark and the light. A lot of people just want to see the light. Unfortunately, I didn't have that privilege of not seeing just good spirits, so I see the dark too. So it's crazy, but that world is so real. In fact, they are. I believe in San Antonio. There's this the Black Swan. Um, I think it's like a B Airbnb, but it's like an old haunted location. I believe they're going to be in September. I can't remember the dates, but they're bringing Annabelle the doll there. She will be there. So a lot of people are drawn to those kind of things. I am not. I know that Ed and Lorraine Warren did that kind of stuff. I'm not. I mean, I'm not afraid to do paranormal investigations. If I had a TV show and I was, doing stuff like that, I wouldn't be afraid of it. But me personally, if it wasn't for work, I'm the type of person, I don't want to go to those places. It's not because I'm afraid, but because I know what's going to happen to me when I do go. Because I'm a physical medium, I will get sick. I will start picking up energies. I will feel things, and my body will suffer for days afterwards. And it's just it's the way it is. Um, every I did a paranormal investigation back in the day when I was a little younger at the Yorktown Memorial Hospital, and it's an abandoned, haunted, demonically haunted, infested hospital that is still standing. It should be condemned. It should be locked up, like demolished. But the last person that tried that to do that, they ended up passing away in an accident after they drove off. That's the story that I was told. Um, but that place is really evil. There's places like just like Bob Mackey's and other places that you've seen on, the Trans-Allegheny, or I can't remember the name of it, the Stanley Hotel. All these areas, there are so many places, Savannah, Georgia is a very haunted place. Wherever you go to these places, there's going to be spirits that follow you everywhere. So, yeah, I never was the same when I came out of Yorktown Memorial Hospital. I felt very pale and sick for days. I remember it was clammy. I felt my heart was like beating out of my chest, etc. So it was bad. I tell you that I left that place sick and kind of like really it really tested me. The only thing that I say that kept getting me through that when I was descending the second floor of that hospital fast because I could feel it that this thing wanted me out. I remember saying the name of God, the name of God, and the name of God all the way out down the stairs, all the way out. And when I got to the front door exit and I got out, I literally felt the shift, but I felt so drained and I was pale. So when I tell you that places that are haunted are really haunted, they're really haunted. Um, really, really haunted. And it's not just in Texas, there's other places. But yeah, Bob Mackey's, I would never go there. I would never go there. It's almost like sometimes when you're mediums or spirits, places like this draw you in and you feel this attraction to the dark because it's alluring, because that's what it does to people. It pulls you in. And unfortunately, that's not a good thing always. Excuse me, I'm gonna just get up for a second and take my lasagna out of the oven. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So yeah, I have my lasagna here. I'm gonna let that cool down. I'm gonna just taste it. I can't. All right, so let's get into the readings. I'm gonna be doing first a collective reading. So that was my spooky time uh, of things that I swear in my life that I'm not making this shit up. Like literally, these are my paranormal stories. It's my story. It's things that have happened to me. And if I can help prevent other people from going through the stuff that I go through in this crazy world, that's what I'm here for, to try to help you, give you the tools that you can have so that you don't need to depend on anybody and you can turn into your own power. So, spooky time with, yes, a little bit of lasagna, but I can't do this right now because I'm going to burn my mouth. All right. So, let's see. Let's see what comes out for this new moon in Pisces as a collective. So there was a reading that somebody's asking that I did on Diddy. I didn't take it down. YouTube took it down. And I wonder why. And I wonder why Sloan Bella got, my friend Sloan Bella got um, recently censored on, was it Instagram? I believe one of her platforms. Like they said she was violating her violating their rules you know. So yeah, I was noticing there was a video. I had got a notification that it was removed, but it didn't tell me which one. They just removed it. Well, that makes sense now. It was the Diddy one. But in that reading, I was spot on with everything that that came out. I'm just telling you, spot on it. So was Sloan Bella. She called it. Okay, so this new moon energy for tonight. A lot of you with the Nine of Cups are needing to reset, vacation, which is very appropriate. Spring break's coming up. A lot of you are very focused on your finances, your money. You know, either you got the income tax money right now or you're waiting for your income tax. But baby, you are ready to spend that money on somehow. King of Wands, right? Um, kind of feeling like a lot of you are dealing with the divine masculine, maybe a partner. This could be you embodying that. It's very in your creative zone right now. Also feel the Five of Swords, a lot of negative energies. People stir in the pot. Like I said, a lot of you are feeling this energy. This could be family members. It could be negative people in your life, a partner. And a lot is coming up with your health, with the Four of Swords, needing rest. Listen to your body right now. The Four of Swords represents needing the need for rest. So listen to yourself. This week could be very draining for you. This month could be very draining for some of you, you know, as we go into March. But right now, for the under this new moon, I feel like a lot of you might be feeling tired, not sleeping very well. And then a lot of you are feeling stuck, right? Feeling a little stuck, reassessing things. But I do also feel like a lot of you are aware that there are people that are negative, but a lot of these people that are negative or that are not good energies, they're moving away from your path. Um, a lot of teamwork, you know, things where you're like kind of like stepping up to the plate to get things done. That's just in your nature under this new moon. But also with the magician, there could be a little magic that you want to do. This is a good time for releasing, but also burning, you know, candles, praying, etc. under this new moon. Ace of Cups, a lot of focus on relationships, a lot of there's going to be a lot of positive shifts for people that have been having setbacks with, you know, your partner, your twin flame, you know, a soulmate, or you've just been single, you've had a dry spell for years, right? Or a couple of months. This could be a time where you might meet somebody in the month of March. I feel like this new moon in Pisces is sort of like um, leading in that area. It's pushing you forward. Again, you may not know what's ahead of you, but don't be afraid to start over, to start again, to do something new. You're being told to push your fears behind, you know, put them aside. And again, you have a new path that you're looking at. You're contemplating. A lot of you are contemplating. Do I want to stay in this career as a bank teller, or as a, you know, a real estate agent? Do I want to move on to something better? You know, or should I stay in nursing? Um, and the Seven of Wands, like you might feel a little challenged this time of the year, you know, and specifically under this new moon, where maybe people are questioning you, but you have the upper hand. Remember to stand your ground with people. Don't let people step all over you. And then the Knight of Pentacles, there might be an opportunity for work, travel. There might be some traveling going on soon. So I do feel with the Knight of Swords, again, this feeling of like you're confronting things, you're tackling on problems. You're not about just letting things fester. You're moving forward in many ways. And the Wheel of Fortune is a good way to end this collective reading for the collective under this new moon in Pisces. So again, this is you know, your card of destiny and luck. You're moving forward. It's good. So I'm going to enjoy a little bite of now that it's cooled down a little bit. I know it's probably obnoxious to watch me eat. I'm sorry. But if you were here, I'd give you a slice. So as I scarf this down really quick, I will get into the readings. If you want to donate, I ask that you send it to Cash App, which is $ Psychic Medium Ray, or you send it to Venmo. Only because YouTube pays crumbs. to the creators. And literally, no, unless you do a lot of videos, like, or you have a lot of subscribers, it's beyond me why I don't have more subscribers. But I know exactly why. I was blacklisted back in the day for being too outspoken and speaking about things. So when I tell you this lasagna is hitting it, baby, I'm never gonna change. This is who you're gonna get. But I crack myself up. I really do. I should not be eating this late, but big back cravings. There's nothing wrong with being a big back, and I guess that's the term. Um, but hey, I'm not having any garlic bread with this because this would have gone well with garlic bread, and some other things. I mean, what do you eat your lasagna with? I'm almost done. There's just a little piece left. I didn't get the whole thing. I bought this thing. It was you bake it in the oven. I wasn't gonna do it from scratch. I know how to do it from scratch. I was not. Salad. I was meaning to get the salad for real, and I forgot. It was a quick run to the store. I bet you y'all are eating too. And I bet you some of you are opening up your chips or something. Yeah, you don't need the bread. Exactly. Okay, I'm done. Just a little piece. No, it's not from scratch. It was Stouffer's. Yeah, I know, processed, which is not good. But hey, sometimes when you are busy and you have to balance things out, you don't have time to get in that kitchen and cook. I'm sorry. My doctor told me, um, you can have if you want to have a healthy snack, have some cottage cheese. I'm like, do you know what cottage cheese tastes like? Has anybody had cottage cheese? I know some people may like that shit. I'm not one of those people. I will take Greek yogurt, like the one that's sugar free, any day with some peaches or stuff. But cottage cheese with berries, ugh, I can't. Sorry. It's not bad tasting it's an acquired taste, I think, for some people, but I can't. I thought I was gonna be able to eat that. So I bought these little Dannon yogurts. I mean Dannon cottage cheese with the fruit filling, and I thought I would like it. Let me tell you, it did not. The fruit did not camouflage the taste of those curds. To me, it's like spoiled milk. That's how I taste it. Like it's gross. But all right. So who wants to read? Now that I've my big back cravings are satisfied, and I done shared my story time. Let's get into it. Okay. Be specific. Ask a question. If you just want me to pull a card. Okay. So let me do sunshine. Let me pull one for sunshine. You can ask specific questions if you want, but you don't need to. Oop. Let me I don't know if I can comment on here. Um I can't. So maybe one of my moderators can post my Cash App on there, which is $ Psychic Medium Ray, just like my handle. But if you want to donate for the super chat, you can. All right. So for sunshine, I have the Five of Pentacles. There might be some, some things that you need to look at with your finances. Usually, when the Five of Pentacles comes up, it's almost like a warning or kind of like it's foretelling like there could be some, some struggles financially for you coming up if you're not careful. But I do feel with the Eight of Wands, like there's a lot of energy moving. There could be some traveling coming up for you too. Um, and I do feel like I said, communication, maybe starting something new. So that was for sunshine. I just feel like again, I feel like you're going through a transitional period. Okay. Enchanted. Happy birthday. I know it's early, pre-birthday, but let's pull a card for you. Okay, Enchanted. So I get the Ace of Cups. A lot of emotional fulfillment for March, for your next birth year, or for this new cycle that you're going to have. It's almost like love. You're looking at your love, your relationships, friendships, and I feel like things are looking better. And I also feel the Queen of Wands. You're finally getting your accolades. You're getting the recognition, the love that you deserve in different areas. And again, they're wanting you to step more into your magical side with the Magician card. Again, also realizing that the magician has a lot of tools and things at their disposal to handle any situation. So basically, you're being told by spirit that you are equipped and stop doubting yourself about things because you can handle anything. All right, that was for Enchanted. You're welcome. All right, Op 23. Let's see here. Can you give me a perspective on what happened to the actor Gene Hackman? But I thought you had asked for a reading. Yes, I will be doing a reading on Gene Hackman. Thank you, Op. All right, so let's Saturn, Faye. How do you choose who goes next? I just, as whoever I'm led to by spirit, when I look at the names. So Saturn, Faye, let me pull a card for you or two. Three of Cups. Now, this is interesting. When this comes up, it's usually representing, like a celebration, etc. So, but it can mean also if it's a relationship that you're in, that person is in a third party relationship. So this is when in tarot you want to pull a clarifying card. So you're going to pull another card. And that's how I teach my tarot classes as well. I explain these things. And so I feel like it is going to be celebrations and it's probably about work. This is the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like they're saying like this, this month of March, with this energy, I just feel like you could be reassessing your finances again with work, putting in that hard work. So I feel like again, this is an area that they're making you they're trying to tell you like things are going to work out for you. And that was for Saturn Faye. Okay. Cinnamon Toast Toasty, thank you so much. Always donating. Love her. Okay, I'm just seeing here. Okay. So Cinnamon Toast Toasty. Let's pull a card for you. I have the Nine of Pentacles. So again, financially, feeling a little good there. And also the Four of Swords, which is about your health, but also resting, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, listening to your body. Um, for you, like I said, I'm not a doctor, I don't diagnose, but it's more from a spiritual perspective. I feel like they're telling you to drink more water. So I don't know if you've been dehydrated lately, but I also felt like there could be some other things like, going on. But I also feel like you might be dealing with a very difficult situation, maybe at work or with a person in your life, and you're going to be able to see things for how they really are and like get away from that situation. So you're protected, divinely protected. That was for Cinnamon Toast Toasty. Talia, thank you so much. So I have for Talia, I have here the Ten of Pentacles. This is about your work. It's going to be fine. But I also have here you're right where you're supposed to be. So enjoy your position, etc. And then I have the Death card. So again, there is transformation that you're going through, and I feel like this is something with your physical being. Like it could be weight loss, etc. So hope that helps you. Glitz glamour. Yes, you certainly may. Where are you? I saw you. You're welcome, Cinnamon Toast Toasty. So, glitz and glamour, where are you? I saw you. I saw you. Yeah. Okay. So, glitz glamour, I have here the Eight of Swords. You could be feeling a little lonely or feeling a little bit like you don't have a big circle of friends. Or usually when I see this, it's like a person that's very guarded. They don't let a lot of people in. But the reality is that the swords are very mental, meaning like you're not mental, but that it's more here in your head. Like you've created this protection, and you can literally let people in if you wanted to, but you have to push past the fears and the overthinking. I also feel like you might be feeling a little bit disappointed about a situation recently. And again, this could be with, in any area of your life, you're just contemplating things lately. I don't know why I felt like Valentine's was difficult for you around that time period. I don't know. I just kept getting love, but I also have the Two of Pentacles here. So you're juggling things, money's going to come in, money's going to go out, but it's going to be a constant cycle for you. But that's not a bad thing. That's actually good because money's still coming in. So, uh, gay guy in small town, that makes a lot of sense. Yep, same here. Gay guy here in a small town. Tell me about it. That's why I relate to Chapel Roan and her Pink Pony Club. Because for a long time, like I've felt like California is the place that I want to go to. I love Texas, don't get me wrong, but California is where I want to be. And I've whenever I've gone like to Redondo or areas in California, I've just felt like in Glendale, Burbank, in that area, I just felt alive. I felt like accepted. Um, all right, so back to that, Viviana, I pulled the Chariot card. So you're moving forward. You have some decisions I hear that you're going to have to be making soon. And I also feel like you need to stand in your power. This could be with people in your life, setting healthy boundaries, and that could be coming up with work too. But I also felt like you're kind of feeling a little bit, in your head. The Hermit card is like someone that is single or again looking for love, and I feel like it can come to you, but you might be very happy or very comfortable in the situation that you're in now. All right. Oh, love you too, Glitz Glamour. And by the way, talking about Pink Pony Club, I love Chapel Roan. Like I said, I'm a big fan of her album, and of her music and just her. Um, I want to see her in concert, and I will when she comes to Texas or when you know, wherever I need to travel to. I want to see her in concert. But have y'all seen the phenomenon of Pink Pony Club? And how like people are singing it at weddings, at bar mitzvahs, and uh, it's like it's become, and it's so ironic because her previous record label dropped her for that song, for that very song. So I thought it was very poetic and very appropriate that now she's getting her recognition. That song came out during COVID, so it didn't get the traction that it deserved, and now years later, it's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm a big. Actually, I know this sounds crazy, and you might laugh, but I'm gonna be doing my birthday's in May, and I want to actually have like shut a nightclub down or something, and have like a VIP, like a birthday party there, and everybody's gonna have to wear a pink cowgirl hat. So I'm gonna be doing the Pink Pony Club theme. I have my hat already. So, you can wear something pink, and I might invite, like, make it open to my rays of light who wanna come that are in the Houston area, etcetera. So, yeah, I'm gonna be celebrating my 40 what is it? Oh my god, I'm 43? I'm gonna be 43. So my 43rd birthday is gonna be big. So, yeah. No, and the hat looks super cute, I already have it. And somebody that I showed it to, they were like, "No, sir." And I was like, "Yes," because I'm always gonna be me. Okay. Thank you, Demi. Out of Poff Johnson. Let me pull a card for you. So we have here the Seven of Wands, meaning like you need to really stand your ground. And also you may have some negative people that are around you right now. that you're dealing with, but you're moving forward. I also feel like this is like love of some sort coming towards you. So it's very interesting, but a lot of energy shifting here. Aisha, hey girl. Dana Turner, hey everybody. Leslie Michelle, thank you for being here. One of my moderators. Miss Tasha, you be 45 girl. Us 40 kid. The kids from the 40 club or whatever you want to call it. We look good for our age. I look good. I feel good. I don't think I look 43 or 42 right now. I feel like I look maybe 38, 37. I don't know. But I've had people tell me I look in my 20s and I'm like, you're just telling me everything I want to hear. You're my favorite person. Tell me more lies. Flatter me. Oh my God. But no, I feel like I'm living my best life at this age right now in my 40s. It's like it's the new 20s, right? Um, yeah. All right. Because I be looking at some of these kids that are like in their 20s or 30s, and I call them kids because I'm old. I feel like I'm old, and they don't look good for their age. Like a lot of them have aged like really, really bad. Like, yeah. Anyways, let me get back on topic. In Ray, may I have a card pull? Yes, you may. Oh, girl, you got the Two of Cups. So this is about new friendship, a new development that can lead to something romantic down the road. They're telling you to keep your eye on the prize with the Two of Swords, even though you may not know what's ahead for you. Just keep your eye on the prize. And then again, the Justice card is about finding balance. I feel like this is the karmic card. A lot of people fear that it's like a legal thing, a lawsuit or something, but it can have many interpretations. I feel like mostly it's about balance, and it's a very Libra type of energy with that card. So that was for you. Uh, okay, Didi Matregrano. I don't know if I said that correct. Let's pull a card for you. You're doing something new. You're about to embark on your more creative side, doing something, painting a new, you're painting your own, you're paving your way. You are creating your next move. So you could be thinking about a career change, starting a new job. There's something new coming up for you in that area, but also leaving someone or something behind that no longer serves your greater good with the Eight of Cups. So again, you are moving forward and you have a decision to make. I feel like there's going to be like a physical move of where you're living at some point down the road. This may not make sense now to you, but just hold on to it. All right. All right. My allergies are acting up this weather. Sheo, thank you. One Sheo, thank you so much. Let me do a little mini reading here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about your financial stuff. This year is looking good. I also feel like with the Three of Wands, you have a lot of planning, but you have a lot of blessings coming. And the Nine of Cups is almost like, you need to kind of think about a situation because there's a lot of temptation maybe to do something or go back to someone. There's something that you need to really reassess and just sit with it, and not make a decision in the moment. And that's coming up for you. But that's what I see there. Thank you so much. Yvonne Gibson, thank you so much for your donation. So I have here the Queen of Wands. Again, you're very motherly, very creative. You're standing in your power. I also feel like they're telling you to meditate, to ground your energy, because I feel like you've been all over the place lately. And then the Judgment card is about remembering who you are, and also I feel like the Judgment card tells me you're right where you're supposed to be. But don't forget, there's blessings coming in. Um, but I also feel like you have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that might be energetically draining you right now. So try not to take on too much or too much of things that you don't have to. Um, Let me just go through and see here. Thank you, Aisha. It's weird to look younger. I agree. Yep. I'm just going through the things. Hold on here. You're a wild child. Yes, I am. Baby face, Ray. You're so sweet. Yeah, I've been called baby face or been called cherub face. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Yvonne. Jay, may I have a card, please? Okay. That's for Joe and Jay. So J- let me see here. Jay May, Joe and Jay. Let's pull a card for you. The King of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this is about, you know, standing your power, but also some changes, and then also the Two of Cups. So again, like a relationship is being looked at. Um, and I feel like there's some things that you need clarification on when it comes to people you love or care about. And I feel like there's some deception here going on too. So again, it's very interesting. And thank you, Ramona Al Hadari, for the donation on Venmo. So let me pull a card for her if you're still on. Jojo, Joe and Joe, you're welcome. Um, Breezy, hey. So, for Ramona, I get the Sun card. You're divinely protected and guided. So, the spiritual stuff that you've been doing is good. And then again, I see money and happiness around, your relationship, things improving. Even the Wheel of Fortune. The World of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune came out. So again, just feeling like this feeling of um good things, like good luck, like things are shifting. So. All right, guys, I will pull one more card. I'm going to do Breezy. So Breezy, if you're on still, I'm pulling a card for you. I did get the Seven of Wands. So again, I've been getting this for a lot of people tonight. I really feel like you need to stand your ground and stand your boundaries with people. Thank you, Cooking Diva, for your donation. But I also feel you're going to be kind of like, this is for Ramona. You're going to be I'm sorry, Breezy. This is for Breezy. You're going to be kind of like, I almost feel like stepping up and leveling up when it comes to your work career. But I feel like you may have some worries. Uh, you might be like in a little bit of a depressed state on what is the next direction that you need to take, and they're telling you to keep going. Like don't get in your head so much in your headspace. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Joe and Joe said, Joe, thank you. It's my daughter. It's my daughter hiding stuff. Okay. Cooking Diva 118. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got here the Queen of Cups. So you're a giver. You're very maternal. And so they're saying for you to keep giving, keep doing, but also make sure that your cups are being filled. That people are reciprocating that energy that you give, the love that you give. And I feel like you're planning a lot of stuff right now, for the next, what the rest of the year looks like, etc. And I also feel you're kind of being called to do some spiritual maintenance, meaning like get some Reiki, meditate, buy some spiritual crystals, candles, that stuff. And again, I just feel like you have some worries around finances, almost like you have money but you don't want to spend it, or you have things in your Amazon cart and you don't want to hit that checkout, just yet. But remove any mindset of scarcity or fear, because that attracts that into our life. So even if you don't, feel like it's going to get better, it will. So I hope that helped, you guys. I love y'all. If you want to book a private reading, you can. These were just mini readings, but if you want to book a private reading, go to www.raymondguzman.net. And you can go to my readings tab at the top of the website, or to the shop section. And again, all of my readings are on sale right now. So I will be back doing another live soon. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you. Have a good night, and God bless. Bye.